because after today's stream, I think tomorrow we will be able to start the culmination, which is incredible. I'm actually battling with myself right now. I want to finish the fragments, right? And then go for journal. And I think that's what I will do. And today at that. So, with that said, let's do a supplement fragment first. And then heart to heart with Taylor. Oh, I'm so freaking happy for the last few days. Being able to be on a freaking Furry event, right? And being able to dance for literally hours on hours is freaking awesome. Oh no, he's been thinking. That's not possible. You cannot think.
About what?
The leader of Argus.
Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Same.
Yeah, it's really intriguing.
Is it though?
Who do you think it is?
It's hard to say. I heard they weren't even a real person. Some people are saying that Argus is run by an AI.
That's a bold freaking theory, right? Especially now's daytime, freaking bots and AI leading almost everything. It's so easy to break for some reason though, it's funny.
Ah, that's a stupid
Like you can teach the AI that 2 plus 2 is 5. If it was 4, that would be correct, dang it.
How's it stupid?
How's it not?
Alright, explain to me then.
You can't just flip around my question and ask it back to me.
Yeah, please provide explanation at least.
Why can't I?
Because that's rude. It's like, why? Like, certainly Klace has some sort of explanation for that, but come on. If you ask a question, you just ask a question, hypothetically even.
I've heard about that theory, actually. But I'm pretty sure that's impossible.
Alright.
What makes you think that?
Well, Cypher has been up against Argus for years. The way that Argus responds to things is definitely real. An AI would be a lot more cold and calculated.
Not necessarily. We are years in advance in AI, and let me remind you of something. It's 2023, and our AI is not in a bad spot, weirdly enough. So by 2042, wow, it's gonna be freaking powerful.
You mean more cold than letting people starve to death?
True.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm not really sure how to explain it, though.
Feel free to give it a shot. I mean, you're the leading expert here.
Seems
Well,
so.
Let's see.
Mr. I am part of Cypher, and don't tell anyone else I'm Hermes.
We're people.
But only the
We make
soulmates.
mistakes.
We are the
right?
worthy ones.
Everything
You
we
see?
do is just what we think is the best. An AI can think through every possible permutation of every possible situation. And not only that, but it'd follow through with swift, definitive action.
I guess that's one way to think about it, but it depends on what data it got fed.
The things that have been happening don't come across that way. We can sense a hesitation that wouldn't be there otherwise. Like a person being faced with difficult decisions.
I guess so. It somewhat makes sense, but at the same time, like, wasn't there an AI that pretty much killed itself because it, realized the atrocities of the world and didn't want to continue in it? Yeah, that was something like this. I remember Argus flipped the switch. So, they have the ability.
I guess that makes sense.
So it's not really can they, it's really more of a question should they? And the answer is maybe they shouldn't. But will they? Oh, freaking of course, yes.
Unless the AI just wants to trick us, right? If it knew we suspected it, it could act accordingly.
Yeah, that is true too.
Now you're just being paranoid.
More or less.
Trust me, it's not just now.
Well, if it's not an AI, then what is it?
I think you mean who.
That is also good. That is a good assumption. What is it, right? Because maybe it's not an AI. Maybe it's just a collective of people who are leading there. Like, kind of like the council from freaking SCPs.
Most people believe that Argus is a family business, so it's probably in the hands of the founder's child or grandchild.
Oh, Ugh, oligarchy. Well, no, not oligarchy, nepotism. Ah,
And that's
nepotism.
what you believe too?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
fair.
Imagine if your grandparents created Argus and the system. All that responsibility passed down through the generations.
All the power passed down on
More like
generations.
forced down, but it's a pretty fitting punishment if you ask me.
I guess so.
Fitting how?
Suffering for the choices of those that came before you, that's basically the fate of every single zero.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty poetic that the Argus family would suffer the same way. Whoever's in charge right now, it was a choice made for them.
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Me. A lot of us are just around for the ride these days.
Hey, is that a shot at me?
Maybe.
To be honest, Taylor's voice is a bit more toned down this time around, isn't it? It's less jumpy. It's nice.
Wait a minute. You said it could be their grandkid, right?
True.
Yeah.
That means they could be around our age.
Oh no.
It's a very real possibility.
Grandchildren at that age? What year are they then?
Can you imagine being under that kind of pressure?
Ah, I don't want to be under pressure
That
though.
would be the worst job ever.
It would be.
Running the world yet barely knowing anything about it?
But hey, the power.
Just like any other politician, if you ask me. All they want is a few extra zeros in their bank account.
Oh, trust me, yes, we do. I also
think you're
want
all
one
missing
more
the
zero
main
in my
point here.
account. Possibly Chiron. Please give me Chiron on my bank account.
Gonna enlighten us?
Just one. That's all it takes.
Well, whoever it is, they're just a normal person. They won't live up to the mystery that precedes them.
Possibly.
Because how could they? Their identity is one of the biggest secrets in the world. No matter who shows up, those shoes will never be filled.
That is a possibility unless they will make it their goal to, fit the shoes, kind of like Isaac did. And all things considered, I think he would make his dad proud about what he did, about all what he's achieved.
That's fair.
So we should just lower our expectations.
But yeah, expectations of those before us, oh,
I find that
those
hurts
always
things a
freaking
bunch.
hurt, man. It is incredibly hurtful in so many ways.
Besides, it's a big deal to appear right now. Public opinion is at an all-time low, and then there's those deaths.
Yep, Argus is screwed because of bad opinion.
There's always a chance that they might apologize. Maybe they'll
Exactly.
even take accountability
Which is
for
not
everything.
likely, but let's look at it as a possibility. Even if it's very unlikely that a big conglomerate like freaking Argus will do anything like
That
that.
sounds extremely doubtful.
Yes,
I guess we just have to wait and see.
that is also true.
That's all we really can do.
Sometimes you have to give things time, right?
Yeah. Only 4 more days. Then this all comes to an end.
Finally. Wow. Still though, the weight of responsibility, the weight of not living up to someone's views in the past, right? Not living up to your predecessor. Must hurt like hell. In a way, I'm actually not apologetic for them. They freaking deserve it, yeah. I agree 100% with Chiron here. Freaking, stinky.
Experience. Heart-to-heart fragment. Taylor.
Stinky what?
4.
Stinky Argus, right. And let's go with Taylor heart to heart, because why not? Slowly finishing things up, cleaning them up as well. I really expected 5 chapters, but there are only 4, which is nice, I guess, in a way. I entered the hotel room with Taylor, ready to chat with him some more. Last time we talked, he opened up a lot. I'm not sure what was left. I know about his vision, his past, and what makes him tick. What else was there? Maybe I could just track this one off the list. Hello there, Kitty. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really freaking well today. Because today is a wonderful freaking day. Because it's raining for so long. Still, hope you're doing really wonderful today. How is the weather there? Taylor has made his intentions and personality clear from day one. A moment to let my guard down and relax with a friend, and pass that up.
We've We've got a great view from up here. Pretty high up. But not high
Exactly!
enough that the
This
people
view is
come
freaking
aboard.
wonderful. He stares out at the window at the cityscape of Toronto.
You know, I still remember the day I flew here. In fact, I remember every flight I've ever been on.
I had a great day and met maybe like 10 furries while shopping for makeup. Wow! That is so many furries. How do you meet so many furries casually? I have to go out of my way to freaking visit them. Like last weekend, I've been to a freaking event, right? I danced for so freaking long. Pretty much, I started dancing at around 11, right? And finished around what was it? 2 or 3 p.m. Oh, sorry, a.m. So yeah, it was a long dancing session, and I was freaking dead by then. Still, I wish they had better drinks. The way he says this implies that he flew around a lot. He did! He said that so many freaking times! They were probably goofing around. Good! They are supposed to goof around. Furries are always supposed to goof around, because why not? There's hardly any serious furries, all things considered. Many people just goof around a lot. I was going to leave them, but what did they do? Due to his past, I'm pretty certain that the implication is
I
accurate.
thought it'd only be a matter of time before they transferred me somewhere else.
What did they do?
But you know what? They didn't. They basically just threw me away.
Aww. Who would throw away such as you? Such a cute freaking rabbit as you? A boop.
I guess when you reach a certain age, they think you can fend for yourself.
Pretty much.
It's odd. Like, one day we wake up with all that added responsibility.
Welcome to being 18 years old or more. Freaking added responsibility. People always see it as a certain nice threshold. And once you wake up to those responsibilities, it's just another day after another day. Mundane, every single day routine. And what can you do about it? You have to suck it up and leave. Leave, not live. Live the world. One of them recognized me, and with the help of the others, they dragged me into their party. Holy hell! Hope you enjoyed the party then. Oh,
Hand in hand.
that sounds like a wonderful freaking party.
A lot of people just
I want to go to another party as well. I will be going though. Next week. In 2 weeks, in fact. I will be going to a small party with possibly 700 furries, maybe less. Who knows? I don't know.
And persevering means not giving up when things get tough or scary. We've been experiencing a lot of that.
Yes, a lot of perseverance. Is he having doubts about all of this? I can't really blame him, but I hate to hear it.
If I didn't already have a following, well, Toronto would have eaten me alive.
It would have, huh? Well, you don't seem like the one who would have been eaten by such a big city. You seem to fit right in. Yeah, it would be fun if the beginning wasn't me being dragged while I was in heels. Ouch! That sounds painful. That sounds really painful.
Because they were willing to help me. But after
Hope they were gentle after that, though, and gave you some free drinks and some food, and fix your boots or something. Ah, the furries. They're gonna do anything to party, trust me. Remember the story about how his allergy was exploited. It's truly terrible that some people would resort to something like this. But what strikes me the most, but what strikes me as more profound is how it affected Taylor. Someone could have come out of the situation bitter and hating the world. Yet here he was, a man who changed for the better. So much so, in fact, that he was certain he had beaten his vision. The best part about the experience was that I have 10 furries in my DMs now, and the worst part is my heels are broken. Well, broken heels can always be replaced, but you cannot replace the love of furries. Trust me. Of course, he was super flirtatious, and his parents seemed numerous. Okay, maybe not. So, having so many freaking parents, ooh, that would be weirdly annoying. But no, partners seemed numerous. They kinda treated me like a god because I made 5 of their fursuits. Wow! Really? That's holy hell, that's so many fursuits! What materials did you use? A key trait of someone looking to make up for lost time. A time lost to pushing everybody away. I stand beside him and we look at the window together. The sight was pretty familiar by now, with how much I've been up here. But one by one, I've seen my friends take in the sight and enjoy the beauty.
I'd hate to lose what I have. Even if it was in the pursuit of something good. I'm still thankful that Isaac gave us the option to run.
That is something. He places his hand on the window, leaving a print. The bun print with the beans. It adds to the ones already present, like a mosaic of our stay. Oh boy. I would want to see that, all things considered. There are so many sprites I would love to see, that freaking drawn things. This one in particular also sounds interesting, right? Or some things in the bar, like, I don't know, Zero and Delta throwing darts. That would be awesome to see. I used some leftover luxury shack pouch. That is nice. That is nice. My fursuit is mostly luxury shag, which is nice. I love it. It's expensive though, but worth it.
As I flew from place to place, I got to leave my baggage behind. Of course, I just created new baggage, but
yeah,
I blame myself for that.
Kind of. Getting attached is always a
The
baggage,
plane was taking off.
even if we don't want to see it as such, because it's not a bad baggage. Usually when we say baggage, we mean something bad, right? But no, not always. Well, not all the time. I bought like 20 supplies for shack fur. Oh my god. How many meters squares do you got then? Or inches square, I guess, depending on where you live.
People as we rose up. All of them together, writing the city's story. A story that I'd no longer be a part of.
You will be a part of it.
And that hurt me for a while. But as we rose up, they got smaller and smaller. I lost their faces, their outfits, and then...
Oh,
everything.
Jesus Christ.
You know what?
People moving on always hurts.
It felt good. I'd never have to see anybody that wronged me again. And at the same time, I couldn't hurt anyone else who lived there either.
I guess so, but at the same time you got left alone. It might be weird, but to be honest, I feel that. It's like being left alone is not nice, especially after you hang out with people for so freaking long. Reminds me of one of my older groups. And in a way, I feel like Taylor here, where I am glad they freaking left me finally. But at the same time, feeling in the void that is left after that is unbearable. It's freaking painful because you never know if you will find the place, and being alone every day, not having anyone to write to, it freaking sucks. And that's why I want to freaking build a community right now. Because why not? Because I won't have to ever feel alone again. Because hell to the yeah. Because there will be more people. Shit, I forgot about the time zone again. No worries. No worries, Jupiter. We haven't done much. We've done only one supplement and we're doing the hard part right now.
A bully, to be honest. No matter how much chaos I caused, they'd just move me again. I'd escape all consequences of my actions. I'd have nothing to face.
Well, that's fair. How are you enjoying your trip to Scotland so far? I have like 3,000 meters of shag fur if my calculation... Jesus Christ, that's so much shag fur! That's like thousands of freaking dollars, actually, now that I think about it. Wait, 1 meter square... well, no, it's not one. Yeah, actually, 1 meter square is like $100 or $150. Jesus Christ, you've got so much freaking fur! I want this fur. I need this fur because I need to freaking finish my suit at one point. I still need to refur my freaking sleeves, right? I also need to refur my, well, I don't need to refur it. I genuinely just need it. I need to get a torso, like skin-tight torso, and that's gonna be freaking pain to get. And then legs. Oh boy, legs gonna take ages to make. Yeah, filling in the void in a soul is difficult. That's why I won't let anyone to feel it, so I won't have to refill it. Refill it with the dead enemy's soul. The dead enemies will feel the soul that is left there as a void. Or something, I don't know. Going on a tangent at this point, right? Still, if you don't let anyone else back in, you cannot get hurt, you know? The one who... People don't make mistakes if they don't allow themselves to do things, right? If you don't do something, if you don't work, you cannot make mistakes because you don't do anything. You're just sitting about, right? A little busy for me. I got invited. I'll have to come along, I guess. Oh, alright. Then go have fun. Have freaking fun. Hope you don't drink too much. Also, yeah, kind of filled in contracts to buying the fur like a shit ton. Oh my god. How much fur do you need to buy for a contract? A shit ton? Alright, be it.
I remember when we
No,
started our
don't get
descent
drunk.
into Toronto.
Don't encourage him.
At that point,
I'm looking
it
at you,
started to
freaking
change.
kitty. I'm looking at you there. Don't encourage him. That's bad. That's freaking bad. Do not encourage him, please.
Normally, I'd look at a new city as a place to run
Whiskey
amok.
is indeed
Because
disgusting.
of my
It is a
hospital
very
stay,
acquired taste.
I saw things a bit differently. I noticed the people as we landed, going about their days.
If you don't get drunk, there is a lot of fun in different aspects. Talking to people, dancing, or just mingling in general, or having some bets with drunkards.
A city that had a story wholly unaffected by me, yet one that was waiting for me to make my mark.
Well, you did make your mark though, and on more than just a
I
city.
told myself that I wouldn't make the same mistakes. And now, before you stands the best version of me.
It genuinely sounds like it, although I wouldn't mind meeting Taylor from back in the day. He turns to face me and I can see the sadness in his
I'm just
eyes.
scared that things won't stay this way. I turned my life around, became happiness for so many people.
That is...
What if we get thrown in jail?
That is unfortunately somewhat natural. Minus the jail part, okay? That's not natural. Other than that, people moving away from you, and generally, people just rotating, so to speak. That's kind of natural, in a way, where you're circling around certain people, and eventually people just break off, I guess, where they are just not as interested in each other anymore. They can talk a little bit, and to be honest, bare minimum of talking is better than none, because I used to have a friend that basically disappeared at one point, you know, like completely. Null, zero, just gone. At one point he came back to me. I guess he was also seeking acceptance. And I don't know, I felt weird about it and basically turned him down because I didn't feel like it was the same person I used to know. Like, he was way different. And I don't see it as something weird. That's natural. People change, right? He's been gone for freaking six years or so. But at the same time, I just kind of accepted the fact that he was gone somewhere and he just moved on. And suddenly just appearing like that, expecting to just revolutionize my life, it's just, no. Thank you very much, but I just moved on. And I feel like an asshole every single time I think about it. Because that's what I am basically there. I turned him down like that. And well, what can you do here? Taylor pretty much did the same thing to other people. He bullied people, he did bad things. And right now he's worried about, you know, being alone, being in darkness, closing his eyes and nobody being there. So I guess we can do everything we can to defy his vision, while keeping our own at bay somewhere.
What about everyone that looks up to me? What about all the friends that I have in my industry?
If anybody who abandoned me and just comes back to me, oh, we will have a problem. I see you, freaking kitty.
How can I do something so reckless? Why am I so torn between my image and my beliefs?
It's normal to feel the things you're feeling.
Really? How so?
A little hesitation is normal when you're changing the world. You'll be heralded as a hero for this, not punished.
Think so?
Yeah. And also, Argus can't keep the world in their
They
grip.
can.
They cannot. We will make freaking sure
If
of
they
it.
catch us, they can just lock us up.
Nuh-uh.
That and write any narrative they want.
Nuh-uh.
Make us look bad.
They won't make us look bad. and let him know that it's not like that. In fact, I see no reason to hide my theory about the future from him. Well, Argus is working on some new tech.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Oh, he's the
It was
one
on
paying
their
attention.
anniversary report and a follow-up keynote. Can you believe that? They totally ignored the zeros.
When I'm drunk, I'm like an open book. You can ask me basically anything, and there's like a 90% chance I'll remember the answer and tell you. Oh boy, I'm kind of sorry for that. That sounds kind of wonderful. No, the opposite of wonderful. It sounds freaking awful. And I'm the opposite, quite the opposite. And at the same time, I am an open book as long as I'm awake, because the alcohol just makes me sleep. Because sleeping is cool. Because sleeping is what cool people do when they are drunk.
Instead, they just flaunted everything they could.
But in general,
It's like Dante always says, they only care about their ego. But now, lives are on the line. They have blood on their hands.
but like, you know, many people are more courageous during drunk time. It's kind of natural. There is a reason why alcohol is called a fool's drink. Well, some call it, I call it that. But I guess the best way to call it is, you know, the good old liquid courage. Liquid courage is the best drink there is, trust me. Once one of them asked me, what are your hobbies? You can imagine where they went. Luckily, they got amnesis from being drunk. Oh, that's good. They were blackout drunk
You
then.
were saying, though?
They don't remember you're a furry, okay? I'll keep that in mind, that your friends don't remember you're a furry. Or do they remember you're a furry? I will tease you with that at this point, I'm sorry. I won't be teasing anyone with this. Our memories could absolve
Think
us.
so?
Yes, very much so. Yeah, they could be watching us right now to see if we are good people.
I guess you're right. Especially if this tech comes out in our lifetime. I wonder what things have been like from Isaac's perspective.
Oh, they have been wild, trust me. Especially from Harry's perspective. Ooh, it's an interesting thought, to say the least. Running Cypher while dealing with all of us. Anyone else might have caved under the pressure.
I'm used to being watched and judged from the future anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Well, whenever I end a stream, a rerun is uploaded. People can watch it over and over again, whenever they want. That past version of me is constantly being observed, even now.
Oh, I guess so. That makes sense in a way. My entire family, friends, and even at the workplace know I make fursuits, but none of them know I'm a furry. Well, all things considered, you can make fursuits and not be a furry. That's generally a fairly lucrative line of work, weirdly enough. As long as you have time, that is. For me, it's only my family and few very close friends. And for me, it's, you know, all my friends pretty much know I'm a furry. And... right? And family. All of my freaking family knows I'm a furry. I don't see it as something that taints me. I don't know why. I just see it as a genuine hobby. That's something quirky, right? This is something quirky for sure. But not something weird. It's something kind of normal. Like, there are people who literally love cars. There are people who love cooking. There are people who love photography, freaking using kites and such. And here I am, telling my family I am a furry. Telling my friends, all of them, I am a furry. And you know I am a furry. Exactly. How did you guess, by the way? That's impossible. How did you guess that? I never told you that.
It's like a time capsule of that exact
Or did
point
I?
in my life.
Dun
Relative to
dun
me,
dun.
If you watch it now, you're watching from the future. This new tech seems just like that. With a few
I guess
more
so.
layers of depth.
Just with our memories. I guess he has a point. It's funny how him and Isaac share the same train of thought here. This would just be the next generation way of preserving memories. It's just like feeling that you're a furry. Oh no. Oh no, it's a feeling. You found it, you found me out though. The model and the stream tags gave a good hint. Did they? I forgot what tags I've got, to be honest. But yeah, I guess they give it away a little bit. It's not enough to hear them or see them. We will be able to live with them too. It was obviously an excuse to spy on us even more, which is truly awful. But I know we can turn this around and use it to our advantage. If we secure the knowledge that compromises Argus, well, it might not even matter if we fail our mission on Saturday. Or Sunday, I maybe misread that. If they even made the technology, we could use it to show people our memories. And that would supersede anything Argus said about us. Sure, they could use the technology to invade our privacy even more. But as a double-edged sword, it could let us stifle voices
Reminds me of
voices be heard. Furry and Furry streamer. Ah, dang it! I forgot about those. I
I
nod.
made a dumb joke about my ancestors watching me make out. Pretty ironic that it's gonna be my descendants who have that chance.
Descendants?
Almost everything has ended up being the opposite of what I thought.
What do you mean descendants? Unless you mean your viewers in a way. that sounds a bit weird, huh? And in your profile, it literally says that you're a furry. Am I? I don't believe you. I would need to see it to you know. I don't see myself as a furry. Unless, wait. Dun dun dun. I'm a furry. Oh my god. Such a deny. What's a furry anyway? I don't know what's a furry. Guys, what the hell that is? And you thought we might lose, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a natural thought.
I mean,
There's nothing bad with
I
it.
still kinda do. But challenging my thoughts can only help in the end. So, I'm
Guys,
gonna try
what
and
the hell
turn
is a
this doubt
furry?
into
I don't know.
resolve.
I'm just in denial, aren't I? No, I'm not. I'm just fully embraced at this point. Well, long ago I've been fully embraced, but it's only a matter of dumb joke. Dumb joke that I've been hearing so many freaking times. Oh god, I remember my plead to my ancestors. What was your plead to ancestors? I don't have any.
I still
He
plan
smiles
on
at me.
sticking to our pact, you know. Whether I believe it's possible or not, it doesn't matter. What matters are the steps I take, here and now.
Exactly.
And I'm glad to have you by my side, Delta. Whatever happens, at least I'm not alone in all this.
Aww. Astra is sick, by the way. They texted me they want to get better and try to sleep as much as possible. He's watching the VODs. Ah, that's so sweet of him. That is incredibly sweet of Astra. I hope he gets freaking what you call it? Sick soon. I mean, he gets well soon. He gets well soon. Yes. I hope he gets sick soon. I mean, again, not sick. I want him to be cured. Yes, this one. I want Astra to be cured, genuinely.
It's just like Chiron said. At least we'd be going down
wishing the
together.
audience to get even
No
more
matter
sick
what,
than they already
I
are.
know I've beaten my vision.
That's not that good, Juju. That's really bad, Juju. He blushes and smiles.
Besides, the darkness feels less scary when you're around.
Aww, that's so adorable of him. I hold out my hand and he places his in mine. We stand there, staring out at the window in silence. Perhaps it was because we didn't need words anymore. I can feel everything he wants to say through the grip on my hand. Part of me wonders if he can feel the same in mine. And that is true, weirdly enough. Like, being able to hold someone's hand can genuinely get a hold on them and understand what they are feeling at that point. I once sung, Ancestor, hear my plead, help me find someone. And then my mom hit me in the head. Your mom is a good woman. It's good that she hit that idea out of your head. Don't do that to yourself, trust me. Casual things to do at sunny Sunday evening. Casual things to do at sunny Sunday evenings are overthrowing the despotic leads of the country of Canada. You know, that's a natural thing to do. That's a very casual thing to do as well. Without a word, he smiles at me and blushes. I smile back and then our attention is diverted back to the window. Back to Toronto. A city whose story was on the verge of new page. And with any luck, it would be a page written by the people, not Argus. Those hearts to hearts are quite bizarre, all things considered. They are special, so to speak. I don't know how else to put it. I also applied to an art school